Hey guys, how's it going? Here's your review video for your test tomorrow. We already did some of these in class, so I'm not going to do all of them, but here is the video. So first we're going to start off here. Since there's a plus sign, we need to distribute that to our two terms, even though it won't really change anything. So we have 5 minus t plus 3t plus 2. You can combine your t terms. Negative t plus 3t is 2t. And then 5 plus 2 would be 7. All right, let's move on to number 2 over here. So again, we are going to distribute. See if I can get a skinnier marker. It might be easier to see. So we're going to distribute to both the 4 and the 3, or our plus sign to both the 4 and the 3. So we have 7k plus 9 plus 4k minus 3. So we circle our like terms. So we have a k here, we have a k there, and then we have our two just regular numbers, our plus 9 and our minus 3. So we start with our k, 7k plus 4k. That is 11k total. And then we have 9 minus 3, so 11k plus 6. All right, let me move this box down a little bit. Let me move this down. Oh, up. All right, so our second one here, we need to distribute this 2 to our negative 5y and to our 6. So we're going to have negative 10y plus 12 plus 2y minus 8. We do our same steps. We have a y here, we have a y there. Negative 10y plus 2y would be negative 8y. Then I have 12 minus 8, so that would be plus 4. Number 4, we distribute the 4 to the 2.5 and the 3 to both the 1.2 and the negative 2. So 4 times 2.5, that is 10g minus 16 plus 3.6g. And then a positive 3 times a negative 2 is a minus 6. So for your like terms, I have a g. G is there. 10g plus 3.6g, that would be 13.6g. And then minus 22, because that's negative 16 minus 6. I'm moving on to 5 and 6 here. So for 5, we need to distribute the 5 to the 0.3 and to the negative 2, and the 2 to the 5, and then negative 3.4. So I'm going to have, let's see, 0.3, I'm going to do this off to the side. 5. Alright, so we have negative 1.5s minus 10 plus 10 minus 6.8s. Circle my like terms. S is here, S is there. My 10s are going to cancel out because I have a minus 10 and a plus 10. So I really have negative 1.5 minus 6.8, so that would be 7.8. That is negative 8.3s. For number 6, I distribute my 1/3, my 6, and my 3, my 1/7 to my 7, and my 14. If I rewrite, I'm going to have 2p minus 1/3 times negative 3 will be minus 1 plus 1p, and then 1/7 times 14 is 2, and that would say positive, so it's plus 2. Circle my like terms. I have a p here, a p there, 3p, negative 1 plus 2 would be a positive 1. All right, now moving down. 7 is 1/5 minus 15w minus 20. So we are going to distribute, again, 1/5 to our 15 and to our 20. So, no, actually, that's a negative 15. I had to make sure I remember that. So this is going to be negative 3w, negative 20 and 5, that would be minus 4, plus 1/2 times 3 is 3/2, minus 2w. Circle like terms, w here, w, that's a negative 2w. So I have negative 3w minus 2w, so I have negative 5w altogether. And then I have negative 4 plus 3/2, so negative 4 over 1 plus 3 over 2 plus 2. That's going to be 8 over 2 plus 3 over 2. It's 11 over 2. Let's see if that was a negative 8 over 2, because that tells me I was negative. So I'm going to have negative 5w minus 5/2. And then for our number 8 here, I need to distribute my 1/8 to my 16, and my 24, and my 1/5, to my 2, and my 10. So 1/8 times 16, I'm going to have 2k minus 3, because negative 24 divided by 8 is negative 3. And then plus 2/5 plus 2k. Circle like terms, I have 2k here, 2k there, I have 4k total. And then negative 3 plus 2/5, so over 1. Let's see here, so times 5 times 5, so it's going to be negative 15 over 5 plus 2 over 5, so 4k minus 13 over 5 is going to be my final answer. Alright, so for this problem here, it says you are selling tickets to a play. You have sold 3t plus 2 for each. Write an expression that represents the total number. Okay, so remember, total number, that's just addition. So we're going to take our 2t plus 5 plus 3t plus 2. You circle your like term, so I have a t here, t there. So I have 5t plus 7 will be my total. And then it says write an expression, so amount of money for the tickets that have, here. Let's see. So it says write an expression that represents the total amount of money received for the tickets that have been sold. So if you look at it, asking for the tickets that have been sold, write an expression that represents the total amount of money received for the tickets that have been sold. Actually, we're not going to worry about that problem. I don't want to worry about that one at all, because I want to move on to these down here. So we're just going to skip 9b and 9c. We're going to move straight to 10. So for 10, I don't need to distribute, but I do need to look at this negative sign. This negative sign has to go to both the 5u and the 1. So actually, it's going to be 8 minus u minus 5u minus 1. Now you can just read left to right. You have a minus u and a minus 5u. That's minus 6u's all together. Then 8 minus 1 is a positive 7. So I have negative 6u plus 7. Over here, I need to distribute this negative 6 to both of these terms. 2x plus 7 minus 30x plus negative 6 times negative 8. It's going to be plus 48. 2x, negative 30x. That's going to be negative 28x, and then 7 plus 48 would be 55. Negative 28x plus 55 is my answer there. For 12, I'm going to distribute this negative 6 again to these two terms. So that's a negative 30 because it's negative 6 times 5. And then negative 6 times negative 1.4. I'm going to do that off to the side real fast. 6, 4, 2. Alright, so I got 8.4 for that. So I'm going to say plus 8.4h. And then we are going to do 3h plus 8.4h. That is 11.4h. And then 4 minus 30 would be minus 26 as your final answer. Over for 13, I distribute this negative 3 to these two terms. 12 plus 7.2b. Then negative 3 times 0.9 would be negative 2.7b plus 12. Here's a b. There's another one. So I have 7.2 minus 2.7. So 7.2 minus 2 would be 5.2. So we have 4.5b. Then we have 12 plus 12, so plus 24. All right, moving down here. You have 14 and 15. Distribute the 1/4 to the 16, 12, and the 1/9 to the 18 and 45. So I have 4 j minus 3, and then this is going to be negative 1/9 times 18, so it's going to be minus 2j, and then that would be minus 5. Four j minus 2j is just going to be 2j. And then negative 3 minus 5 would be minus 8. Over here for 15, I distribute these numbers here. 2/3 times 12, that's going to be 8n plus, oh, and by the way, if you're listening right now, put a star on the top of your test, and I will give you 1 point of extra credit. So you have 8n plus 4, and then I have negative 1/5 times 10, so that's going to be minus 2, and then plus 2/5. Like terms here, oh, this is an n. So I have 8n minus 2n, so I have 6n. Then I have to do 4 plus 2/5, so 4/1 plus 2/5. This is going to be 20/5 plus 2/5. This is going to be 6n plus 22/5. Alright, you are collecting pairs of socks and toothbrushes. After you have collected that many pairs of socks and that many pairs of toothbrushes, write an expression for the total number of items that have been collected. So again, that's just going to be 4d plus 5 plus 3d plus 7, combine your like terms, 7d plus 12. Then it says how many more pairs of socks and toothbrushes have been collected on day 7. So what I want you to do is I want you to take the toothbrushes, no, sorry, the socks, so that's 4d plus 5. And instead, it wants you to plug in 7 for d. So you're going to have 33 socks on the 7th day. And for toothbrushes, it's 3d plus 7. Plug in 7 again. So 3 times 7 is 21. That's 28 toothbrushes. And then you have 28 toothbrushes, 33 socks. So you have 5. All right, then you can see it. All right, so there it is. There's your video. So go ahead, take a look at these. Make sure you're doing them over, and go look on your test tomorrow.